Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin with Atrium Performance, and today we're going to be talking about my range bag. This is my backpack from Saver Equipment. Very excited to be talking about this thing. This thing has honestly been a game changer for me. I've been meaning to make this video for a minute, but just didn't make it happen. So yeah, excited to dive into this. Honestly, this thing has been a game changer for me. I never really had range bags before, to be totally honest. I never really was interested in spending $100 on, a bag that had like specific compartments in it. And so I just carried my stuff in like drawstring bags and like big duffel bags, like tactical duffel bags I got at Amazon for 20 bucks. So everything was pretty jank, and I got to the point where I started doing this stuff seriously, and I was like, okay, you know what? I got to invest in a good range bag, but I never really liked the range bag layout with like the strap or with the handle carrying it. I wanted something. I'm a backpack fanatic. I have to have things in backpack. I've got to be able to carry stuff on my shoulders, because going to and from home and coming to the range, going to matches, I'm always carrying just a crap load of stuff in my hands, and I run out of space with my hands. But guess what? I can carry like 2 or 3 things with shoulder straps on them. So whatever I get, usually it's got to have shoulder straps of some kind. So quick disclaimer, Saver Equipment did send this out to me in exchange for me paying them $250. So shout out to them for sending me stuff after I pay money for it. To start off with, there are 2 sizes of this backpack, the Saver SEMA. There's the Pro SEMA, and then there's like the Compact SEMA. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but at the time when I bought this, the Compact did not exist yet. I kind of knew about it, but it was not out yet. And yeah, so honestly, looking back, if I would have had the chance to purchase the Compact, I would not have. I've got some buddies that have Compact. I've seen it in person, and I really like it. I dig it, but the Pro is definitely where it's at for me personally. It fits everything I need, and yeah, so it's kind of no question there. Now this is in the green colorway, which is sick. I kind of am a green snob. You can tell from my Howitzer Scout jacket, it is green everything. But they also have different colors for this. They have black and FTE and everything like that, which is cool. Anyway, so let's get right into it. So right off the bat, when I was kind of searching for a good range backpack, there obviously were some that existed already, like the Double Alpha one. Safariland had one, but I hate to say it, once again, looking at them, I'm just like, they're really expensive, which, in all fairness, this thing is a little expensive, but also, like, it's very good quality. But I just wasn't really interested in the other offerings until Saver came out with this, and I was like, all right, well, there's my chance to buy one. So ended up getting it, and I'm super, super happy with it. And I think it has certain features that other brands just don't, that I just think are awesome. So Saver Equipment, I've been able to kind of talk with some of the guys over there, kind of visit their booth and talk to them at SHOT Show. That was actually where I first saw the Compact SEMA, which was cool. Chris, shout out to Chris over there, who kind of showed me around and talked me through some of that stuff, which was awesome. But I'm just super impressed with Saver Equipment as a company. It just seems like, especially with the design of this bag, one of the things that impresses me the most is how intuitive their designs are. And to me, it seems like they take a lot of critique and advice from shooters, at least from this backpack specifically, because honestly, there are very, very, very few. I honestly don't even know if there's any things that I would change about this. Being a USPSA Grandmaster, I travel to matches. I also teach classes. I train on my own like I am today. I literally just had a training session earlier today, and this thing checks all the boxes for me. So it's pretty cool. All right, so let's dive right into it. Enough yapping, Justin. Okay, so right off the bat, has a nice little place to be able to hook your belt on. This is a must-have. Most backpacks have this, like competition range backpacks have something like this, but I really dig these. You also can take them off because they have these little HK clasps you can take off there if you want to. So I'm actually just gonna peel this off. This is just Velcro, so I can throw this on and off if I want to. It also fits perfect with like a duty belt. So if you are someone that just runs a duty belt, You can clip that on. You can even run 2 belts. I actually was just doing that today when because I was running some videos with my like Blue Alpha duty belt system here with the Safariland ALS, and I had 1 belt on one side and I had my competition belt on the other, and it works out perfect. So that's pretty neat. All right, where should we go first? Let's go to the main compartments. So this, let's actually start on the side here. So the side pockets are pretty unique. I really like it how they have this set up where the left side pocket is it's like a place for you to put your guns and the sleeves that they have. So what I keep in here, when you buy this backpack, it comes with 3 of these pistol case sleeves because I think this backpack was originally designed, if you look at the product photos, this backpack was originally designed with like open shooters in mind, and so big open guns, you can't really fit 2 of those in here, I don't think. I think you'd only be able to fit like 1, but for a carry optic shooter like myself, or even a limited optic shooter, you can absolutely fit 2 guns in here. So I do not ever see the need to have to use all 3 cases that come with it. So, but the cool thing is that it's a big enough compartment to be able to stick other stuff in there. But these little padded pistol case sleeves, you can kind of see here, if I can hold this up, it holds 2 Smith & Wesson MMPs or Glocks or whatever plastic gun you're running, or even like an LO gun. It holds them perfectly, which is great. And they're padded, so it also protects them a good bit, which is just, it's very, very nice. You can just tell. Before I even dive into the rest of this stuff, one thing I have to say about Savior is that, yes, they are made in a foreign country. I don't know exactly where they're made. I don't believe it's China. I believe it's a different country, maybe Bangladesh or something. I'm not really sure. Taiwan? I could keep guessing, but I don't really know. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, as much as I support American-made companies, Savior is also an American company. And so, yes, they may have their stuff made overseas, but I'm supporting American jobs. It's the same thing with, like, iPhones. Like, I have an iPhone. I have a lot of stuff in my house that's made in China or made in other countries. But a lot of times they're American companies, and that's kind of what I want to support and be consistent on. However, I can say, though, that in my experience talking to a lot of different SMEs in the industry, America does not really do the best in sewing. Like, we are not the best in sewing. Some other countries have a lot of heritage and lineage kind of in the sewing world. And so it doesn't surprise me that a lot of really good, you know, nylon goods or whatever are high quality stuff is made actually in different countries. So take that for what it's worth. If you want to get mad at me in the comments, you go ahead and do that. However, I can just tell you right now, the quality with this backpack is awesome. I'm really, really happy with how much it's held up. One thing that concerned me a little bit at first, but over the span, I think I've had this for like 1.5 years now, is the little stitching right here. I'll maybe zoom up on it if you can see that, but this little stitching, it looks like it's maybe coming undone. But honestly, because I saw that after like the first month or 2 I had it loaded up, but it hasn't been an issue. It really hasn't. It looks a little bad, but it's still holding up just fine. So the zippers have like a waterproofing style to them. I don't know exactly what it's called. Someone's gonna just decimate me in the comments and be like, oh, that's what that style of zipper is called. But I don't really know. I just know that it's like relatively waterproof, which is really nice because going to major matches, like unless it's lightning or storming like crazy, they don't stop the match if it's raining. And so I want to make sure my stuff is protected. So that's cool. Really, really dig that. I don't believe they say it's waterproof, water resistant, whatever, same thing. Anyways, back to the stuff. So with these cases, they come with the little tags here. So you can see I have match gun on there because that's where I keep my match guns. The nice thing is I actually use the other one for my match mags. I'll get to that when I get to the top compartment here. And then I use the other one for just my other guns, and I just keep it in, you know, my Pelican or whatever, just in a padded pistol case, and I can label it. It comes with a couple of these guys, which is really nice. So, okay, so let's dive right into this compartment here. So I just keep a towel if I'm ever running a match like AIWB. I learned this trick from Donovan Moore. So shout out to Donnie at Point One Tactics. You take the towel, you slide it underneath behind your gun, in between your gun and your body, so that when you sweat like a pig, it doesn't get all of that sweat and stuff on your gun. So I just keep a towel in there for that, which is easy. I also could just use it to wipe off my hands or whatever. And then I've got a Howitzer poncho, so shout out to Howitzer. Howitzer is an amazing company. I'm very proud to and honored to work with them. They have done a lot of really great things in the industry as well as the sport of USPSA, and they continue to do a lot of really cool things, and they support veterans and all that good stuff. So you can see everything I'm wearing right now is Howitzer, even my hat. So shout out to them. They were kind enough to pretty much just, they take care of me. They send me anything I need, which is really a huge honor. So very thankful to work for them. They have a poncho, and this poncho is awesome. It's a poncho, right? But it's nice and big and wide, so it doesn't snag and catch on your stuff. So that's great. So that's what I keep in this main compartment here. With the first gen of the Savior, the Pro SEMA, this is like the second gen. There were some updates made to it. Some of the things I even like, I don't want to say requested, but there were some ideas I had for improvements. I don't think I'm the reason why they made some of the improvements, but I would like to think that I maybe had a hand in, or a little bit of an input for some of the design changes for this. But once again, they take advice from shooters. So, you know, any other good shooter or competitor reached out to them and talked to them about that kind of stuff. Like that's how they kind of make their stuff, which is cool. All the zippers have a little locking tab right here, so you can lock the zippers together, which is nice. So this compartment, I have done that before, where I'll just lock just the compartment with my guns in it, because that's the stuff I really care about. Okay. All right, to the other side, this compartment is nice and big, so I keep lots of crap in here. So number one, I keep my Tier 1 concealed Apex. This is the collaboration between Donovan Moore, Point One Tactics, and Tier 1 concealed. If I'm ever running appendix at a match or something, this is the holster I'm running. This is like the ultimate modular AIWB holster. You can adjust the cant of the magazine and everything. I'll do a dedicated video on this sometime. Maybe even have Donovan in the video. That'd be cool. But I also have a Howitzer little hand towel right here. This is nice when it's really hot out. And then I literally just take this bad Larry and clip it in right there. So that way I have just a towel to be able to wipe my hands when my hands are super sweaty. Because, you know, you go to shoot majors. I mean, once again, majors don't stop just because it's hot outside. So, so that's nice there. And then I also keep just some extra stuff in here. So I keep a rifle mag carrier with the Blade Tech Mount Mini disc, I think is what it's called. I hope I didn't butcher that, but this is awesome because every once in a while I like to run rifles for like PCSL 2-gun and you know, or teaching or something like that. I really like to have rifle mag carriers available, and then I can just throw that, you know, on my belt or whatever, or my other belt, and works out really good. I also keep a spare, just a spare IWB mag carrier. This is honestly something I use for my just normal carry gun. My normal carry gun is a Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0, which is it's the 4-inch, the compact, and I carry it in the Tier 1 concealed Zyphos Elite, which does not have a magazine carrier like this. I love this holster, but I just do not carry with a spare magazine. I used to. My very first holster was a Tier 1 concealed Axis Slim, way back in like 2017. And so I carried with a spare mag for a couple of years, and I live in a pretty safe area of the country. I live in pretty rural Wisconsin, so I don't really see the need to carry a spare magazine unless I'm traveling to like a big city or something like that. And if I do want to carry a magazine, I can carry it in this. This is a Hammer Armament Odin. I don't even remember what it's called, but it's from Hammer Armament. I really like it. And I have my spare magazine. This is with a Floyd's +6 extension. So that's in there. I also just keep an extra Howitzer towel just in case I need it. And then at the very bottom here is where I keep like my low light stuff. Normally, Normally, I don't keep my weapon light on my guns because I don't compete with a weapon light, and I just normally don't shoot with a weapon light. However, I do have my weapon light on my FDE gun right now just because I was doing some filming with my ALS holster earlier today. But I keep my weapon light as well as spare PL350, or I use a Mod Light PL350. These are the rechargeable 18350 batteries, and then a charger and a plug-in. So I keep all this stuff at the bottom just because every once in a while I do some low light stuff. So it's kind of like to have that in there. Sometimes I'll take it out, especially for like a match, just because I know I'm not going to need it. It's just extra weight. But I do have the option of carrying that stuff in there if I want to. So that's what I keep in this side pouch here. And then it cinches up really good. A 32 ounce or 36 ounce Nalgene does fit in these side pockets, which is nice. These side pockets are very elastic. They're very, very durable. I have stretched them to the max. So they've worked out pretty dang good. All right, let's go. Let's dive into the top compartment here, which is honestly my favorite part of it all. So it opens up and it bottoms out like right here. And that's where the bottom compartment of the place where you store your guns is at. So I really like the setup of this. And in this, I'm just gonna kind of move this down here. It'd be better if I had a top-down camera, but I don't. So in here, I keep all my basic stuff. I keep normally my shot timer if it's not on my belt. I keep my shot timer, my clear eye pro, as well as my tinted eye pro, my ear pro, ammo, and then some way to carry magazines. Let's see, do I have my magazines with me? All right. So normally I keep my magazines in these little sacks. These are also from Savior. I love these things as well. I can stow like 11 M&P mags in here. Also with the Terran Tactical 140 extensions. I can fit like 11 of them in there. So I'll either keep these in here along with some loose ammo, or there's Velcro in here, and this was one of the things that I kind of suggested to Savior, is to have this Velcro inside of here so that you can run their pistol mag placard right here. So I throw this guy, it has Velcro on the back, and I throw this guy inside against the Velcro loop backing on the inside of the backpack right in here. And this is kind of my setup for matches. This is honestly like such a cool thing. I really, really dig this because you could set this anywhere. I could set this up like in my Pelican with the lid, with the Velcro loop on it. I could set it right there. I can do anything with this. And so when I'm running matches, I have this in here. And then when I'm done, let me go ahead and open this up. I don't have it with me right now, but if I'm not running matches or shooting matches and I'm just training or I'm teaching or something like that, take my guns out, Velcro loop on the inside of here, and I just take these match mags, stick it right in there, close that up, and I have a label saying match mags. And that way they don't get used, because for me, I really like to have equipment for matches that just doesn't get used. I like to have all my match stuff there so that it stays in really good condition, and magazines just get beat to hell, and they have a service life. So I really, really like that. And then whenever I'm running just training or I'm teaching or something like that, I just keep my normal mags. Like I said, I can keep like 11 of them in here, and then I stick this in there just like that, and I can stack them. I also have a couple, when you buy these, they come in a set of 4, which is awesome. They're a great size. I can keep my match ammo, once again labeled 147s, or I just have like my standard training ammo, which is sometimes 115, usually Blazer 115, or like Blazer 147 or whatever, and I can fit both mags and loose ammo in this top compartment, which is awesome. I really, really dig that. So I also will usually keep my Insta360 Go camera with the hat mount in here as well. So I've got I run ESS iPro in an Oakley case. If you know, you know. And then I've got some Leupold glasses that I won shooting steel at like 200 yards at ORD last year. And then I've got my Auto Noise Barriers, Micro Noise Barriers Ear Pro. These are honestly like, they're a game changer to me. Ear Pro is something you really shouldn't skimp on. And if you're gonna get really high quality ear pro, unfortunately it does cost a lot of money, and you might ask yourself like, why on planet Earth is ear pros so expensive. But there's a lot of technology that goes into protecting our ears, as well as the electronics that go into making noises as realistic as possible. I have a lot of time on the cheap Walker's ear pro, and they're fine, they work, but the problem is the electronics are very cheap, and like you hear every single like ambient noise like wind or noises on the freeway, and it's very annoying. And these mitigate that. These seriously make it feel like you're not wearing anything. So, and I also much prefer in-ear ear pro, especially in summer and winter, honestly, because when I wear a beanie or a hat, I like to have nothing over that, because over the ear pro gives me pretty nasty tension headaches after like an hour or two. So these are a must for me. So that's what I keep in this front compartment here, which is awesome. I also have, there's a little pocket up here that I keep batteries and some battery change tools and some extra foam tips for my ear pro, the Comply tips. So anything I need, CR 2032s as well as CR 1632s for my Holosun optics. So that stays in there, and you can see how rigid of a just structure this has. So that way, like whenever you just have it sitting here, like it's very rigid. It has a very good structure to it. All right, so for the front, obviously I have some AP patches, the blackout patch and the team patch. So if you take an Atrium performance class, you're gonna get one of those. And then I also have a howitzer patch on the front here because it looks sweet. All right, so this very, very front pouch, so much crap. So this very, very front pouch has some mesh lining here in the flap, and that I just keep extra overlays, like card overlays, and as well as tax stamp paperwork for my suppressor, or a copy of my tax stamp paperwork for my pistol suppressor, as well as a couple garbage bags, and really just anything. I normally have a set of gloves in here as well. I'm not sure where those went. I must have used those recently, and I can't remember. But I normally keep a couple sets of gloves in there as well, so when I'm like gunsmithing or gunsmithing, actually. But when I'm working on my guns at a match or something, I don't really want to get my hands just completely black. So, and then I also keep all my pens and markers in here as well, range membership card, and then a notebook as well for notes. I don't really take that many notes anymore, but I used to a lot more, tracking data and things like that. So that's what I have in the very front. Flap right there. And then this next flap is also one of my favorite features of this bag. So they sell these core pouches individually now, which is really, really cool. And I really dig them, and I'm planning on buying more to actually get my Pelican set up a little bit better for teaching in classes and stuff. But these pouches are really, really cool. Before I get to those, there are two mesh pouches here in the front. One right there and then one here. I keep my stapler. I keep my stapler in this one. This is the DeWalt carbon fiber stapler. This is like the best stapler on the market. I accidentally left this out at the range for a couple weeks because I forgot about it. I thought I lost it. And because there's very little metal in it, it didn't really rust, and almost hit my camera. That would be bad to hit my lens with this thing. Oof. But anyways, these are awesome. And they're super lightweight too. And then this pouch I keep, oh, here they are. Here are my gloves. I thought I had them in there somewhere. And then here I keep extra staples. And then I also keep a shower cap for when it's raining at matches. Really, really nice to have. Normally they give them out, but I have shot majors where they don't give them out and they don't have them. So I like to have a shower cap in there. All right, getting to the core pouches here. These are super cool because they detach. So once again, there's Velcro on the inside here, and so you can detach these from the backpack, hand them to a buddy, or put them in your Pelican or whatever it may be. It's really, really nice. So I have this one. This top pouch has all my tools in it. So I keep pretty much any tool I need to repair my guns in some way, shape, or form. So I have just a normal Milwaukee Master Race. But I have a normal Milwaukee multi-bit set, as well as like a multitasker twist. I just have a multi-tool in there. I have this special .05 Allen key here. This is the special one that is for the little leaf plate screw for the safety plunger on an M&P. So these are a must-have if you have an M&P. And then I also keep a couple spare parts in here for my M&P. Like I keep the magwell if I'm shooting limited optics or PCSL, and then I keep a spare barrel in there. That's come in handy the last couple matches. Also, extra striker spring assembly, like an entire striker assembly, an extra recoil spring. That's pretty much it for spare parts, and then I keep a couple coins because of some optics and weapon lights that use coin platforms instead of tools. And then just a couple other bit sets. I also keep a torque wrench in there as well. And then I also keep a white paint pen for witness marking, and then some Loctite. That's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff in there, but it holds all my tools that I need, which is nice. The next pouch in here is going to be my paster stuff. So I keep all of my Cloak and Dagger pasters. Shout out to Ken over at Cloak and Dagger Pasters. He makes the best pasters on the market. As well as my paster gun. I can only fit one paster gun in here, but that's all I need unless I'm teaching a class, in which case I need, 2 paster guns or whatever. But I also have Ken's 1K rolls from Cloak and Dagger also for white and black. So normally I have a 3,000 roll on here of the browns and then white and black, and that suits me, or that serves all the purpose I need. So that can also come off, which is nice. And then the very bottom one here, I just have miscellaneous stuff. I haven't even labeled it yet because I don't know what to label. It's just miscellaneous stuff. I keep, I have my grip enhancer, so just chalk, pencil chalk, cheap stuff on Amazon. Keep a little bit of lube. I have some gloves for like setting up and tearing down for matches, like walls and fault lines and stuff. That stuff will give you slivers, and I have cut myself pretty bad on like metal walls and stuff like that. And then I also have like a lens cloth. I have some foamy earplugs, which are really nice. Those come in handy for either other people or just if your ear pro doesn't work or you forgot it or something. And then some cat crap for my lenses if it's super humid. So guys, that's pretty much it. I carry a lot of crap in here, but it works out pretty well. The thing is, I know a lot of people have asked me this before. The big question is, does this fit in a Pelican 1615 Air? And the answer is yes. However, you've got to take out all the pouches here. You have to take these out. And also, you cannot just absolutely stuff this compartment because you need to be able to compress this like as much as possible, as well as, once again, eliminating all this and making this backpack as flat as possible. If you do that, it will work. It will fit, and I have done it. And because when this is laying down, it's actually not that wide. And so when it sits in a Pelican 1615 Air, you still have room off to the side to either put these pouches in between, right? Or just other stuff. But usually if I'm traveling, like I'll kind of slim this up a little bit because I don't need all of this stuff. And if I do, I can always keep some of the stuff like in my carry-on, my backpack or something like that. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think. On the very back, there's very nice padding. When this thing is loaded up fully with like ammo and magazines and everything, this thing does get pretty dang heavy. It gets probably upwards of like 60 pounds, 50 to 70 pounds, probably around there. So it does get pretty heavy. However, once again, it's really nice. And when you have it on your shoulders, it's really not that bad. And I have found the shoulder straps to be very strong. Like there's no signs of wear at all. And I have used this thing a lot, and I don't treat this thing very well. It also has a chest harness or a little chest strap here, which is very nice when it's really heavy and if you're walking a decent ways, like at a major or something, if you have to walk a lot. Or another thing that's cool is these shoulder straps unhook, and I found that like at Cardinal Shooting Center, if anyone's ever shot at Cardinal Shooting Center in Marengo, Ohio, you can rent golf carts. And when you rent golf carts, you can absolutely sling this thing over the back seat, clip it in, and then boom, you have your backpack 100% tied to the golf cart, which is just, I'll be honest, I don't love shooting at Cardinal, but that is the one thing that's like so nice. You get a golf cart, you strap your thing to it, your back to it, and it's just It's very, very nice. So these loose, like I said before, these mini sacks are awesome. I bought these with this backpack just right off the bat because I wanted to use them in conjunction with the backpack, and they really work out perfect. Like I said, it can fit 11 magazines, M&P mags with the 140 extensions, as well as like 650 rounds, 600 to 700 rounds of 9mm. You probably could squeeze in like 700 if you don't keep a speed loader in there. However, I always keep a speed loader in there with both my training ammo and my match ammo, and I have another one in my Pelican as well. People steal my speed loaders, which is annoying, but yeah, so these are great. And then my other one I have is for rifle ammo, and I have a couple more as well at home that I use for like, you know, like toiletries and stuff when I travel, or like cords and, you know, stuff like that, charging cords, stuff like that. So those are really awesome, and they're super cheap. They're like 20 bucks for 4, which is $5 per, which is very cheap. So anyways, guys, I think that's everything. I know it's kind of a long video, but I wanted to go through every detail of this and why I have it set up the way I do, because it really has kind of been a game changer for me. So if you guys, I'll go ahead and put it in the link below. I don't get any kickbacks. I am not affiliated with Savior in any way, shape, or form. They've been kind enough to send me some stuff before, but they did not send me this. And I honestly, I don't really work with them at all. I would love to, so hopefully they see this video. But yeah, so this is just, it's such a good product, and I honestly, I've sold, I have not sold, but I have steered a lot of people towards this backpack because it is just, it's such a good product. So I'll go ahead and put that in the description below, and I think that's all I got. If you guys have one of these and you like it, go ahead and comment down below. Or if you have a different one that people can check out, go ahead and put that in the comments down below as well. Different strokes for different folks, right? This is what I really like, and honestly, I think this is probably one of the better options, if not the best option on the market for its kind. But if you have a different one, go ahead and let me know what it is so people can check it out. Guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Come on, Justin, we gotta be serious now. This is a serious channel.